Tina, this is too much.
What's wrong, sis? What did I do?
Oh, you know what you did. I already told you I'm not attending your wedding, right? And you keep sending me the invitation over and over again. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I won't accept your absence.
Then what's the point of sending me an invitation? Can you stop being so selfish? I went away for the weekend and came back just now. The mailbox was full with your invitations and it was a big mess. You are doing this on purpose, aren't you? You should grow up. You are wasting money and time on me.
Oh my God! What do you mean I'm doing it on purpose? I just want you to come to my wedding. And who cares about money? Since I'm marrying your ex, you know damn well how much money he has, right? Did you forget that he's the company owner?
Look, maybe it's fine now that the company's on the right track. But it's a small company and I don't think he should waste any money. Anything could happen since his business is not stable.
Oh God, that's why he dumped you. Look at you, nagging on everything.
Whatever. I mean, are you hearing yourself? Why do I have to go to my ex's wedding? Normally, you would not invite an ex to the wedding. What is wrong with you?
But we're sisters. You should come.
Yes, we are sisters, yet you stole my ex.
You haven't moved on? Oh well, you are ugly, boring, and unattractive. I'm sorry I stole him from you. I guess he was your last chance to marry. No wonder why you're still holding a grudge.
What do you mean by that? I don't think appearance is all that matters. You can't have that kind of mindset, Tina.
See, here you are again. Who do you think you are? You still love him, don't you? That's why it's so hard for you to attend our wedding.
No way. I lost all my love for him as soon as I found out he had betrayed me. Well, it was hard for a few months. But thanks to the support of many people, I moved on and I'm happy now.
You don't have to lie and pretend that you don't care. I know you still love him.
Say whatever you want. Are we done here? I just got home and haven't eaten yet. I have to hurry up and start cooking.
Why do you need to hurry to cook for yourself? It's so obvious that you are lying again.
Why do you keep assuming things? You should know that this world doesn't go around you. And I'm not going to your wedding. Don't harass me as your stress reliever.
Stress? Ian is the man of my dreams and he buys me everything I want. I don't feel any stress at all. I'll keep sending you invitations until you reply with your attendance.
Whatever.
Yes, I will do whatever I want.
Tina, please stop sending me invitations.
We talked about this, right? I said I'd keep sending you invitations until you responded with your attendance. You are the one who said I should do whatever I want. And now you're going to complain about it?
I mean, haven't you heard from Ian? I'm attending your wedding.
What? Since when did you get in touch with Ian? Don't tell me you're having an affair with him. Just kidding, ha ha ha. Even if you still have feelings for Ian, there's no way he would date you again, ha ha ha. I was a fool for worrying even for a moment.
Are you done talking to yourself? Don't worry, I don't have any feelings for Ian. And I don't want to keep in touch with him.
Then why are you attending the wedding now and Ian knows about it? No matter how many times I invited you to my wedding, you were so stubborn that you would not attend.
Did you forget that I'm not on good terms with Mom and Dad? When you stole Ian from me, instead of being angry at you, they were angry at me. They blamed me that it's my fault for being ugly. They were always on your side. That's why I decided to keep my relationship with my parents and you to the bare minimum. Or rather, in my mind, I consider I don't have parents or a sister. So I wasn't planning to attend the wedding.
Oh my God, you are so bitter. And now you telling me you want to attend the wedding? That's so obvious that you still have feelings for Ian. You know what? I feel sorry for you.
It's not like that. I got married.
What?
My husband was invited by Ian to attend the wedding. So I'm attending with him.
Oh my God, who would believe such an obvious lie? This is ridiculous. Who would marry an ugly woman like you?
Okay, if you don't want to believe me, that's fine.
Sis, you are embarrassing yourself for lying. Anyway, I'm glad to know that you are attending. I will show you what true love is. I can't wait to see you at my wedding with your imaginary husband.
I can't wait to introduce my real husband to you.
Thanks for coming to my wedding today, my ugly sister. I'm just changing to a new dress now and I wanted to say something to you.
Seriously? Why do you have to be so sarcastic? You have so much time on your wedding to message me like this.
I just wanted to apologize to you, you know. I'm sorry I stole your ex, the only person that dated you. Since he dumped you, you are destined to live alone forever. It just crossed my mind, so I'm sorry, and please don't be mad at me.
Are you apologizing? Also, I think you've got it all wrong. I'm already married and have a child.
What? You're telling a blatant lie again.
I'm not lying. I've been with my husband and kids today. Didn't you see me?
What? No way.
Well, I guess you were too busy to look at my table, but it's right in front of you. I mean, I think you know my husband too.
Front? Do you mean a VIP table? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you married Mr. David?
Now you realize?
I was looking at you the whole time. I was curious if you were crying or something. But I did notice you kept talking to Mr. David and his kids. I thought you were desperately trying to flirt with him. You married him? No way.
Well, that's why I'm sitting at that table. My kid is not used to being with strangers, so I have to calm her down all the time.
What the hell? Ian dumped you 2 years ago, right? And now you're telling me you're married to the president and you even have a child with him?
I told you, after I was dumped by Ian, many people supported me. Of course, my friends were there for me. But the person who was there for me the most during that time was my husband.
You never told me you got married.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell you.
Why not? We're family.
Did you forget what I said to you before? I don't consider you as my family anymore. Even my parents. I would never forgive what you did and my parents who were never on my side. Even today, I didn't talk to them. They seem to not care about me too.
Oh my God, how could you, an ugly woman, marry a company president? He's way too out of the league. His company is bigger than Ian's. I bet he makes more than him too. This is unbelievable. Why didn't you tell me until today? You kept quiet and you were secretly looking down on me, didn't you? Now I know why Ian doesn't look like he is enjoying the wedding. It's all your fault.
What do you mean? My husband talked to Ian about it.
What?
You know that Ian and my husband are business partners, right?
Of course I know that. Ian said that because of Mr. David's company, his company is fully profitable.
I guess Ian didn't know at first. He insisted to my husband that he should attend with the family. Well, my husband wanted to be transparent about it. So my husband told him that his wife is Ian's ex-fiancée and Ian's fiancée's sister. My husband said Ian was quite surprised, but all the other people from work had invited him and his wife. I guess Ian thought it was too late to tell him not to invite the family.
If that was the case, why didn't he just tell me?
I don't know why he didn't tell you. Why don't you just ask him?
I've made up my mind. I've decided to steal Mr. David away from you this time.
Tina, what are you saying? It's not funny.
There's no way I'm joking. I'm serious.
Then it's even worse. You are in the middle of your wedding right now. I thought you would show me what true love is.
Well, I'm honest with my heart, you know. Of course, I loved Ian and it is true love. But I just found someone else I want to marry. That's why you should break up with Mr. David.
Are you serious? There's no way I would leave him for you. We love each other and my husband would never betray me.
Oh, shut up. I'm telling you, you will just embarrass yourself. I've had an eye on him for a long time. Even though I'm this beautiful, I gave up on him because I thought he was too out of the league. I heard he had a girlfriend and I heard rumors that he married her. I thought she'd be a beautiful wife like a famous model or something. And now you telling me you married him? This is ridiculous.
That's all your assumptions, right?
Poor Mr. David. You should break up with him right now.
Hey, calm down.
Yes, I am calm. But he will be mine in no time. There's nothing you could do. It also means saving Mr. David.
Save? What are you saying?
You are probably manipulating him. I don't know what kind of trick you used. I'll make him wake up. Oh my God, I have to do this as soon as possible before it gets late. I will tell Ian that I'm done with him and I'm marrying Mr. David instead.
What? You are still in the middle of the wedding. What are you thinking? Tina, you'll regret this for sure.
I think Mr. David is a weirdo. That's why he married a woman like you for sure.
Now what? You message me just to insult me again?
But it's true. Look at you, you are so ugly. Meanwhile, I look like a supermodel. All the men I tried to flirt with fell for me right away. But Mr. David, even though I invited him to have dinner, he refused me, saying you are waiting for him. He even yelled at me the other day. He confronted me that if I persisted more, he would call the police on me.
What you are doing is stalking. You've been following him at the office and even when he's coming back home. He refused you so many times, yet you were so persistent.
Why is he being like that? A normal guy would fall for me instantly. Wait, maybe Mr. David's type is an ugly woman?
Don't you realize yet? You've known him for a long time.
What do you mean?
My husband knows you very well.
What? If I knew someone that good looking and rich, I would remember him.
Oh well, he used to wear glasses before. And I think he weighed a little more. But I think he still has his face. Oh, but I guess since his surname changed you didn't realize? My husband was adopted before he graduated from junior high school. Can you guess what was his original surname?
I don't know, you tell me.
Davis.
What? Do you mean he's David Davis? That nerd?
That's right.
Oh my god, now I see his resemblance.
Do you remember how you used to bully him? Just because he was good at computers, you started calling him nerd. Maybe you forgot about him, but he never forgot what you did to him. Well, now you know who he is.
I never thought that nerd became a handsome and rich man. Damn it! Then I have no chance of stealing him from you. Whatever, I'll give up on him. If I had known, I wouldn't dump Ian. Oh well, I have my looks. I can easily get a better man than Mr. David. There are plenty of men in this world.
Tina, you should look at reality more.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to give you some advice.
What advice?
What you did to Ian is unacceptable. You left in the middle of the ceremony, right? After you left, it was crazy. The whole place was buzzing. Of course, people at the wedding started asking questions. Ian had no choice but to explain everything. Now, everybody knows Ian cheated on me and chose my sister over me. His business partners and employees were shocked and disgusted by him. Some people even said they were quitting the company. This is all your fault. Since you ruined the wedding, he will probably demand you.
What the hell is that? I have nothing to do with it.
Oh, come on.
You know what? You are so annoying. There's no law that I can't break up on the wedding date. I will do whatever I want because this is my life. You are right. Ian hired a lawyer and took legal action against me. All the wedding expenses, honeymoon cancellation. He demanded for me to pay everything. I don't have that kind of money. What am I supposed to do?
I told you, right? Now you learn a harsh lesson. Well, it's not my responsibility to help you. Why don't you ask your parents to help you?
They told me I'm on my own now. I guess they only cared about me because they thought I would marry into wealth. Now that I've dumped Ian, my parents don't care about me anymore.
Oh well. You are on your own then. I have nothing to do with you. Please don't contact me anymore.
Hey sis, don't say that. Please help me.
Why do you think I would help you? You stole my ex and you even tried to steal my husband. You are the worst. Burn in hell. Goodbye. Tina tried to run away to pay the demand from Ian. But since Tina and Ian had a prenup, she had no choice but to pay for everything. To pay the fees, she started working at a nightclub. Despite not being a good dancer, her confidence and beauty made her popular. She managed to pay everything and found a new boyfriend. Believing things were improving, but then something unfortunate happened. During a performance, she fell from the stage and broke her nose. She was devastated when she saw her broken nose. She shut herself in the house and refused to eat. However, her boyfriend remained supportive and stayed by her side. Tina, who once only cared about looks, realized that he loved her for her personality, not just her appearance. She has now changed her perspective and started a new life. She visited me the other day to apologize for everything she did to me. I could see her regret and sincerity in her eyes, and I forgave her. Despite the challenges we've faced, I'm glad to see her personal growth. I wish her all the best.
Hey, Katie, have you heard the news? Your sister's getting married. The best part is, She's getting married to a doctor. Oh my God! I can't wait to brag about it to everyone. Well, she grew up as a very beautiful girl. Of course she gets a man like that. You, on the other hand, you'll never get married if you're like that. Hey, Mom. I didn't know that Kyla was getting married. Congrats to her. But seriously, why do you have to be so sarcastic all the time? Oh, I'm just telling you the truth. The reason it sounds sarcastic to you is because you know that it's the truth, right? You know I've been dating my boyfriend for years. I even introduced him to you and Dad, right? Oh, that poor temp boyfriend you've been dating since college? He's not a temp anymore. Don't lie to me. You have an ugly face and personality, so you have to compromise with a man like that. Well, in a way, you two are perfect for each other. Whatever. I have no time to listen to all your sarcasm. Oh, Jesus. Why do you have to be so disrespectful to your mother? I just wanted to tell you about Kyla's marriage. I went to the trouble of contacting you. Okay, I appreciate that. Just tell Kyla congratulations for me. Bye. What? Listen, Kyla is your sister. You can't even congratulate her by yourself? What's wrong with you? Why are you saying that now? You forced me to delete Kyla and Dad's number. Did you forget what you said? You said if I wanted to get in touch with them, I have to message you. Oh, yeah, I did say that. Well, I have no choice. I can tell that you are jealous of Kyla's life. I'm just trying to protect her from you. What did I do? You might say something hurtful to Kyla behind my back. You've always been like that, always favoring Kyla. Dad used to protect me, but he changed. Do you know how hard it was for me to stay in that house? I was treated unfairly every day. That's the main reason why I left the house. So what? What do you want me to do? Before you say something, why don't you make improvements to yourself? I guess you never understand my point. Can I go now? There's something more important I need to tell you. About what? Since you are Kyla's sister, you should help her with the wedding preparation. Okay, with what? I'll also think about a wedding gift for her. I mean financial help for her. You should contribute $5,000 for her wedding. What? Why? She deserves the best wedding ever. So, why do I have to contribute that much? I can't just give that much money. It's too much. Oh, by the way, please don't come to the rehearsal dinner. What? The date is the same as Grandma's memorial service. You should attend that instead. What? How about you? We are not going. Are you serious? Grandma would be very sad. Even though we are not attending, Grandpa will be there. Also, Grandma loved you more than me. The two of you would be enough to make her happy. But she is your mother-in-law. Yes, and she's already dead. Besides, Kyla is more important than your dead grandma. I mean, I'm not related to her by blood, you know. I can't believe you. Why did you set the rehearsal dinner on the same day as the memorial? You don't understand anything, do you? Kyla's fiancé is a doctor. He's busy. What if we make him mad and they break off the engagement? It's only natural that we should prioritize his available date. So, if they break up for that simple reason, they will divorce eventually. You don't get it? Oh my God! You keep talking back to me every single time, and it's getting on my nerves. I'm so done with you. I've been wanting to end our conversation for a while. You are the one who keeps continuing the conversation. You know what? You're acting like a jerk. Anyway, make sure you contribute $5,000 for Kyla's wedding. I'm not paying that much money. Shut up! This is your responsibility as a sister. Also, make sure you do not attend the rehearsal dinner. Got it? Mom, you are out of your mind. Hey, Katie. Is it true that your temp boyfriend attended the memorial service? What were you thinking? Now that our relatives know you are dating a man like him, we are all embarrassed. Seriously, can you stop? I told you he's not a temp anymore. Also, we are the ones who got embarrassed. All the relatives were asking why you, Dad, and Kyla didn't show up. I couldn't tell them that you prioritized Kyla's marriage over Grandma. Grandpa is in a wheelchair, so he needs assistance all the time. My boyfriend helped me a lot that day. We are all thankful that he attended. How can you say you're embarrassed by him? Whatever. You're overreacting. Anyway, where's the money? I met Kyla's fiancé for the first time, and I must say, he's a perfect man. I can't believe she's marrying such a guy. Good for her. I told you I couldn't give you that much. I will just contribute a few. Do you seriously think I have that kind of money just to help Kyla's wedding? It's just such an unrealistic amount. Oh my God! You don't have any savings? Seriously, you are far different from your perfect sister. Say whatever you want. Seriously, I think there's something wrong with your brain. Grandpa was upset that you and Dad didn't show up for Grandma. He also said he hadn't heard about Kyla's wedding. Why did you tell them about the wedding? He's in a wheelchair, right? If so, I don't think he should be at the wedding. It's just too much trouble. Mom, are you serious? Grandpa tried to call Dad that day, but he told me Dad's number was out of service. Don't tell me you made Dad block Grandpa's number. Yes, I did. Why would you do that? Because I have to. I have to know everything about my family and make things go the way I want them to go. You can't be selfish like this. Karma is around. What karma are you talking about? Anyway, make sure you give the money, okay? Thanks for your contribution. It's such a small amount of money. It's pathetic that you can only prepare this much. Well, I'm sure it'll add up to something, so I'll give it to Kyla. What do you mean? I sent you $1,000. How could you think it's a small amount? Also, I can't believe you forced me to leave the house as soon as I gave you the money. I wanted to know all the details about the wedding. Who told you that you were invited? What? Kyla already got married yesterday. Kyla is now a doctor's wife. And now, look at you. You're ugly, cocky, and your boyfriend is a poor temp. You don't even have savings. Anyway, you are useless to me now. Useless? Yeah. I decided to disown you since I received the money. What? Are you serious? Yes, I am. I never loved you, Katie. As long as I have my perfect daughter, Kyla, and her perfect husband, a doctor, I'm all good. I raised you all these years, and you grew up as a useless, ugly woman. You're so different from Kyla, who married a doctor. I'm so done with you. Don't you ever show your face in front of us again. All right, but you're going to regret this. I'm going to regret it? What do you mean? Be careful with your words, or else I will never let you enter our house. That house will be on the market soon. What are you talking about? We never decided to sell the house. I plan to have Kyla's husband rebuild the house. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of money to do that. Maybe I could ask for a new jacuzzi in the yard, all thanks to my perfect daughter. That house is Grandpa's house. What? Why don't you ask Dad? Besides, you are the one who manages the finances, right? Do you pay property tax every year? You don't, do you? Grandpa pays it every year. How do you know that? Well, he told me at Grandma's memorial service. He was really upset with you and Dad. Did you forget that he let you live in his house for free? And yet, you disrespected him and even Grandma. He can't forgive you for everything you did. He decided to sell the house. No way. So is it really Grandpa's house? I thought he was a useless old man in a wheelchair. Oh my God! How could you say that? Grandpa and Grandma don't deserve to be treated like this. Did you know that Grandpa owns a lot of land besides that house? I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Oh my God, I have to ask Kyla to call him now. An old man like him. I'm pretty sure if his granddaughter says sorry, he will forgive us in no time. Once he forgives us, maybe I can ask him to give us new land after he's dead. Oh no, I have no time. Seriously? How greedy can you be? Shut up! I'm not trying to waste all his fortune. Do you think he will forgive you that easily? It's so obvious that you're only after his money and land. Are you saying Grandpa doesn't love his grandchildren? Think about everything you did to Grandma and Grandpa. For a long time now, you've been avoiding both of them. Even Kyla has only met them a few times. I love them so much. I went to see them by myself all the time. They took good care of me. And yet, Kyla didn't even show up at Grandma's funeral. I bet she never visited once at Grandma's grave. Why would Grandpa care about his granddaughter like that? Oh, I have a good idea then. Can you talk to Grandpa for us? I want to apologize to him. I don't think it's the right time to do it. Don't say that, please. I thought you were disowning me. Fine, whatever. But this is the last time I'm doing you a favor. Just let me talk to Grandpa. Okay, I will try. Hey, Grandpa replied to me with this. I am very disappointed with Judy and my son. It is truly unacceptable that Judy wants to apologize as soon as I decide to sell the house. From the day you prioritized the wedding of your daughter, I witnessed your true colors. I have no reason to support you from now on. Please leave the house immediately. If you don't leave, I'm going to take legal action or whatever it takes. Oh no! You have to convince Grandpa more. You are his favorite granddaughter. I'm sure he'll listen to what you say. Oh God, you haven't changed. What? You've always been the same, thinking you can do whatever you want. I'm not your robot. I don't act on whatever you say. Fine. If you do me this favor, I promise I will treat you fairly. Just like I treated Kyla, I will do the same for you. Did I tell you that's what I want? As you wanted, please just disown me. I have Grandpa to look after me. I'll ask him to attend my wedding instead of you. What? You're getting married? Yes. My boyfriend proposed to me a few months ago, and now his dream has finally come true. What's his dream? A $10 an hour raise? What the hell? I've told you many times before that he's not a temp. I can't believe you still do this to me. You are such an awful person. Then what does your fiancé do for a living? He's a lawyer. A lawyer? When I met him a long time ago, he was working as a temp. Yeah, that was a long time ago. At that time, he chose to work as a temp while attending law school. And then he passed the bar exam. He worked for a law firm for 5 years and saved up all the money he could. Finally, his dream came true, and he started his law firm. I'm going to quit my current job to support his business. I made the right choice to stay as an accountant all my life. Oh my God! Is that true? Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? If I knew, I would have invited you to Kyla's wedding. You never cared about me, right? And I despise you for judging people based on their education and occupation. Seriously, you are disgusting. I was saying all these things for your future. If you married a financially stable man, you could easily help me. What do you mean? You were thinking about depending on your daughter financially? I'm sorry, it didn't turn out the way you wanted. But I think Kyla will get divorced soon. Divorce? What are you talking about? You don't know anything about them. Well, I do. I mean, my fiancé knows about Kyla's husband. What? My fiancé went to the same high school with him. They were on the same football team. And they are still close up to now. Really? I met him a few times, but I didn't know it was Kyla's husband. I just found out recently. When I attended my fiancé's reunion together, I noticed he had a ring. When I heard all his stories about his marriage and wife, I realized it was Kyla. According to him, Kyla had been cheating on him for a long time. And then, my fiancé told him about our family relationship, how my family didn't show up at Grandma's memorial service. He also told him all about how I was disowned by my own mother. Now, Kyla's husband thinks it's impossible to start a family with someone like Kyla, and he's starting to work on a divorce. What the hell? We're going to be kicked out of our house. We have nowhere to go. And now we are going to lose our doctor's son-in-law? How are we supposed to survive? Oh, I got an idea. How about we live together with you? No way. We already have a place to live. My grandfather gave me one of his lands. We'll build a new house there. Where is that? Please tell me the address. You told me not to show my face ever again, right? You have nothing to do with me anymore. Please do not get involved in my life. But Katie, I'm your mother. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. You never treated me like I was your daughter. Katie, I'm sorry. Goodbye, and good luck with your life. Kyla got divorced from her husband after a few months. The funny part is, my husband's firm's first case was this divorce case. It was a good thing they had a prenup. Their divorce was smooth. As for my parents' house, it was sold for a very good price, and Grandpa was very happy about it. Now my parents and Kyla, who had nowhere else to go, have moved into a shabby apartment for now. I heard they are blaming each other for ending up in that situation. Grandpa chose a nursing home for himself, and I visit him regularly. I was relieved to see that he seems to be enjoying his new environment, making new friends in the nursing home. As for me, I got married a few months after Kyla's divorce. I was blessed by many people, including my grandfather and friends, and I'm really happy. I will build a family with the trust and love that I always wanted with the love of my life. In the end, everything fell into place the way it was meant to be.
Hey, Janet. When are you coming home? I need you to go to the convenience store and get me some ice cream. Right now. Susan, I told you this morning. I'm going to a dinner party with some people from work, so I'll be home late. You'll have to go buy the ice cream yourself. What? Why do I have to go? You want a young, pretty girl like me to go outside in the middle of the night? What if something happens? Then I guess you'll just have to give up the ice cream. You should have told me a better lie. You're just hanging around till midnight. What are you talking about? I go to work every day.
Why would they hire a high school grad like you? Give me a break. You left without cooking dinner, so I had to eat my mom's disgusting food. I can't do without some ice cream to cleanse my palate. Your mother made dinner for you, and you should be grateful. If it tastes bad, it tastes bad. If you're going to complain, why don't you make it yourself? You're free now that you're back. What? I just got divorced and I'm heartbroken. I'm looking for a job right now and I don't have much free time. It's been 6 months since your divorce. Shut up! All you have to do is shut up and listen to me and Mom. We let you stay here just because you're my brother's wife. I appreciate that. So do what I tell you. Go get me an ice cream right now. You're just living on Mom and Dad's pension. You should at least do that. I don't rely on your parents' pensions. Unlike you, I'm working. Huh? You talk back to me? Go buy ice cream quickly. Okay. The dinner party is just about to end, so I'm going to go get some. You should have done that earlier. I'll be home in about 30 minutes. Hey, Susan! Susan! So noisy. What? Why is the front door latched? You said you wanted ice cream, so I bought some, but the chain is on the door and I can't get in the house. What? Ice cream? I don't want it anymore, so eat it, Janet. Huh? Then I'll put it in the freezer and you can have it tomorrow. Can you take off the door latch so I can get in the house? What? I don't want to. I'm sleepy. Oh no. Your father and mother are already asleep, right? You must be the only one awake, so please, open the door. Ugh, what a pain in the ass! I'm sorry to bother you when you're sleepy, but you put the chain on, didn't you? Okay, I'll open it. Thank you.
Janet, good morning. Looks like you had a lot of fun last night.
Good morning, Julie. Fun? It was a company dinner.
I can't tell you how disgusted I am with your self-indulgent work behavior.
What? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Do you think that just because you call it work, you're allowed to have a night out?
I don't have a night out.
Susan told me. She said you came home drunk in the middle of the night and you woke her up with a phone call telling her to open the door.
What? Well, I had a few drinks, but I wasn't drunk. I called to ask her to open the door because she had put the door chain on.
Shut up. You make it sound like it's her fault. I hope you haven't forgotten that you're a freeloader.
A freeloader? I pay my rent. I pay for food and utilities.
So what?
Huh?
You can live in this house because we allow you to. You're so arrogant and you claim that you pay the rent. But you're only paying half. And you don't even do many chores. And yet you go out at night, fooling around. Who do you think you are? Housework is supposed to be a daughter-in-law's job. If you don't do that properly, then what is your job? We don't need a bum in our house.
I apologize for not making dinner yesterday. But I told you that when I moved in with you, it would be difficult for me to cook dinner every night because of my work. You said you were fine with that. And with all due respect, I think Susan is the bum. She doesn't work at all, does she? She just hangs around every day, eating meals prepared by others, and doesn't even clean her own room. Are you sure she's okay like that?
She's fine.
Why?
Because she's my daughter. You, on the other hand, are my family because you married my son. But you're a stranger, not related by blood after all.
Well, yes.
We took a stranger like you in and made you a part of our family. And we let you live in our home. You should be grateful for that and behave yourself. I was against him marrying a high school graduate like you from the very beginning.
I told you that I'm a high school graduate, but I'm not unemployed.
Shut up. I will not forgive you if you don't do a good job with your chores today because you skipped yesterday.
Okay.
What's for dinner, Janet?
Hey, Janet. I'm hungry. I'm sorry, Susan. I have to work late today, so I asked Julie to prepare dinner.
Oh no! Mom's cooking?
Don't say that. Susan, I need you to do something for me. Tell Julie I'm having trouble at work and can't come home.
Janet, thanks for the dinner.
What? I didn't do anything.
I ordered delivery sushi with your credit card.
What? My credit card?
I took it out of your wallet this morning. I'm a genius.
Hey, Susan. That's a crime.
Huh? We're a family. A family member can do that.
We're not supposed to do that, even if we are family members.
What a pain in the ass, nagging hag. You call it work, but you're out all night. I'm going to tell Mom.
I'm sorry, I'm just too busy to text you. I'll be home tomorrow morning. Tell her that.
Good luck with your work.
Oh, Janet, good morning. Did you enjoy your night out? I've never heard of a wife who doesn't come home until morning while her husband is working. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Good morning. I have a lot to say. What's going on?
Huh?
Why are my belongings all over the yard?
Isn't it great? Susan said you told her you wouldn't come home because you'd be going out for the night.
It was not a night out. I told her that I couldn't come home because of work.
What? Are you saying she lied to me? I should have kicked you out of my house sooner. How dare you call my daughter a liar?
You are terrible.
Susan, I told you I couldn't come home because of work trouble.
Don't blame her just because you're in trouble.
That's enough about that now. Why did you do this to me?
I had to kick you out because you don't work and don't do chores.
No, I do work. I do the housework in the morning before work and at night after I come home. And since you don't like what your mother cooks, I cook dinner as much as I can.
What? She doesn't like what I cook?
You don't have to say that now. Anyway, this is all you have, so you can go wherever you want.
Well, get the hell out of here, you bum.
A bum, you say? But I'm working. And my monthly income is more than your son's.
What? What are you talking about?
you don't want to be kicked out, so you're just making that up. Because you only make $10,000 a year, don't you? What? My monthly income is $10,000 now.
You're lying. You said that yourself.
You said your salary is low because you are a high school graduate. And you envied me because I graduated from college. That was around the time I got married, wasn't it? Didn't you know that a few years ago I went to night school?
Huh? I don't know. Susan, did you know?
I don't know because I wasn't home. I just recently moved back to this house. I got my certificate at a technical school and now I'm running a company with a friend of mine.
What? You never talked about that?
Neither of you ever listened to me. Why didn't you know, Mom? You're useless.
Susan, how can you say that?
But $10,000 a month is a lot of money. We shouldn't kick her out.
Yeah, well, we were wrong.
And now the shoe is on the other foot.
Say what you want.
Janet, I'm sorry I've been such a bitch to you. From now on, let's be like real sisters. No, thank you. Huh? I'm leaving this house.
What? Wait a minute.
I've been planning this for a while.
Planning what?
Well, I guess I should say we rather than I.
So what are you saying?
Hey, Mom, is Dad up this morning?
Yeah? Well, I haven't seen him since last night.
He's not home.
Huh?
He's been talking to me.
Talking about what?
About you guys. About us? Ever since Susan came back, she's never worked. She doesn't pay her bills, but spends money like it's going out of style. And she cries to her mother whenever she is in trouble. Mom doesn't tell her what she should do, but just spoils her. He said that he wanted to leave this family and be happy.
He wants to leave us? That's not true. Don't talk nonsense.
Mom, Daddy's belongings are missing.
Huh? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, the car is gone.
I told you. He left early this morning. I'm with him, by the way.
Huh? Why with you?
My husband's assignment is coming to an end, so we rented a house for the three of us to live together. I didn't think you would do something like this right on the day we're leaving. Hey, all gone. How are you going to live, just me and Mom? Susan, you have a college degree, right? Why don't you work and support your mother? Stop fooling around. That's impossible. I've never worked before. I only had a part-time job until I got married and then I was a housewife. Now, I'd like to call you a bum.
Janet, you're going too far. Susan may have never worked, but she is capable.
Hey, Mom, what are you talking about? It's like you're asking me to work. I don't want to work.
You'll never know if you don't try. You are capable. If you don't want to work, then ask your ex-husband to get back together.
Of course that's impossible.
You never know. Maybe he wants to get back together too.
It's impossible.
What?
The reason we divorced is because I cheated on him.
What? You never said that. You said it was a personality clash.
I cried and begged him on the condition that I'd never see him, and I got him to agree to no alimony. There's no way we can get back together.
Oh my god. I'm disappointed in you.
talk like that. I'm sorry too. Why don't you just go to work?
Huh?
You're a terrible cook, and Janet did all the housework, and you can't do any housework. You work, and I'll do the housework.
What are you talking about? There's no way I can't find a job at my age.
Wow. But I understand what you are saying, Susan. Your mother is clearly terrible at housework, isn't she? How can she call herself a housewife?
Hey!
You don't know this, right?
What?
The day you made dinner, your husband ate pizza at midnight.
Huh?
Susan told me to buy something to remove a bad taste.
Hey, Susan! Is that true?
Because what you cook is really bad.
Then why don't you cook it yourself, instead of making me do everything?
Because I'm your daughter. A mother should take care of her daughter.
I don't want a daughter like you.
Huh? I don't want a mother like you either. You are worthless. Sorry to interrupt you when you guys are excited. I'm not excited. You're the one who started it. He will send the divorce papers in a few days.
What? I'm not divorcing. Janet, he is joking, right? He's just bluffing, right?
He's thought about divorce for years.
What?
He thought you could change, but after Susan came back, he's reached his limit.
Oh no.
Hey, don't blame me. He wants the two of you to decide what to do. The mortgage on the house is already paid off, so he says he'll give you to the house. You're lucky to have a place to live. Well, I won't be returning to your house. Thank you for everything you've done for us. No, I was doing everything for you, wasn't I? Good luck to you both, and goodbye. After my father-in-law and I left the house, Susan got angry and made a mess inside the house. The neighbors called the police because of the commotion. They were just given a warning, but my mother-in-law resented them for calling the police and started throwing garbage on their doorstep and vandalizing their car. She was filmed by a surveillance camera and was easily caught. Susan was living in the dilapidated house, but she must have ran out of money. She tried to use a credit card she had taken from me and was caught for fraudulent use. My mother-in-law moved out of the house out of embarrassment. She is now working as a live-in housekeeper. Susan still lives in the house, which has turned into a garbage dump, but no one has seen her recently.
Anna, I was so lonely last Christmas because you and your son didn't come to our house. So, of course, you will come to our house this year, won't you? Good evening, Tina. Last year, I already made plans to have a party with my friends. I'm sorry we couldn't make it to your party. Of course, this year we will both be there. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let's have a family party, including my eldest son, Tony. Sure. I'll leave the preparations to you, Anna. Please make everything homemade. What? Everything? Of course, I'm willing to make dinner, but if I make everything myself, it will look too homemade. I was going to buy some food. Oh dear, you're such a newbie housewife. But it's been about 1.5 years since you and Ian got married, right? Why don't you get used to housework already? I'm sorry, I do usually cook, but I'm not so confident in making party cuisine. Don't make excuses like that. I'm sorry. I don't know if it will suit your taste, but I will prepare everything with my own hands. Do you have any requests? Oh, God. You even ask me that? You should at least think for yourself a little bit. I just want to prepare what you and Tony would like to eat. I'm saying it's your job to think about it. You don't even understand that? Well, I'm going to make a special exception this time and give you a little advice. Chicken is definitely the way to go. Tony likes fried chicken, so you should make it. And salmon salad, spring rolls, caprese salad, meat pie. I'd also like a salad with lots of seafood. And pasta for main dish. I've never made that many dishes at once, and I've never made a meat pie before. Then why don't you practice? You're not a child. You can't even figure that out without being told? And a fancy cake is a must. It has to be a fancy whole cake that suits Christmas. What? A cake too? I've never made a cake before, so making a whole cake is a bit too much for me. Besides, I think it's definitely better to buy one. Anna, are you trying to resist me? I hate people who complain without even trying. I mean, it's not that I'm complaining. It's just that I feel bad that you have to eat the cake I made. It's Christmas. I feel bad for all of you. See? There you go again, making excuses. Fine. I will make the menu you requested, including the cake. You finally understand. You should have said so from the beginning. What time can you come? You can come around noon, right? I have some preparations to do, so I'll be there in the morning. Ian has to work, so he will be coming in the evening. What? Christmas is on a Sunday this year, right? And yet Ian is working? Yes, he told you about it, didn't he? He's being transferred to another department, so he's very busy with the handover and so on. He often has to go to work on his days off too. I didn't hear that. I heard that you're quitting your job at the end of this year. I'm sorry. I thought Ian told you about it already. Hey, does that mean a promotion? Yes, it doesn't mean that he's promoted right away. But I heard it's a transfer for him to get in a more important position in the future. That's my son. It was worth all the hard work I put into raising him. Yes, I really appreciate your hard work, Tina. Have you finally realized how great I am? I've always thought you're amazing. Well then, you should be more grateful to me. I'm counting on you for this year's Christmas. Sure, I'll do my best. Mom, what the hell are you doing? I heard that you threw away the food into the trash. Anna had worked so hard to prepare them. Why did you do that? Anna said from the beginning that she was going to bring something she bought. You're the one who told her to make everything from scratch. When I was a kid, you always told me not to waste food. I still remember you got mad when I wasted food. I can't believe you would do such a thing yourself. I am disappointed in you. Don't blame me. I wouldn't expect her to bring such a bad dish. It's Christmas, you know, and yet Tony and I were forced to eat shitty food. I think we are the victims. You know, Anna was busy with her job. She practiced cooking party cuisine every day. She wasn't even having enough sleep because of it. I tasted the food many times, and it was all really good. But you threw them in the trash saying they were so bad. Mom, you're out of your mind. You should apologize to Anna and the ingredients. It couldn't be helped. I'm just trying to carry out my plan. What? What plan? I've been saying for a while now that I want to live with you, right? Yeah, you were saying that, but I clearly rejected your offer, remember? That's why. Because you rejected my offer, I had no choice but to take a hard line. You rejected because Anna told you to, right? The truth is, you want to live with me, don't you? I know you, darling. No, no, no. It's our common thought that we refused. Anna didn't tell me to say no. Anyway, what is this plan that you're talking about? First, I would say that Anna's cooking was so awful. And then, I would tell her to live with me so that I can teach her how to cook. That way, you wouldn't have to gauge Anna's mood, and you'll be happy to live with me, right? Mom, you're insane. You threw away Anna's cooking because of that? That's crazy. Anna called me crying. You should think about Anna's feelings a little bit. Anna's feelings? Why do I have to think that much about it? Mom, when did you become like that? Tony became mentally ill, and you and Dad were living on pensions. I've been sending money to you for a long time because I thought it would be hard for you to support Tony. I know you're under a lot of stress, so I've been willing to turn a blind eye to some of your selfishness. But lately, your selfishness has gone to the extreme. I raised you very well. What's wrong with a little bit of selfishness? We can spend more time together, and I'm sure you'll be glad after you move in with me. I'm sure about it. What's with that weird confidence? I'm with Anna right now, and she's baking a cake while crying. It's your fault. That's right, the cake. How long is she going to make me wait? She'd better hurry up. Oh, come on, Mom. I think we can both be there within the next hour, so just wait for us. All right, just get here as soon as possible. Mom, why did you throw away the cake Anna worked so hard to make? Anna wanted everyone to have a delicious cake, so she practiced more than 5 times, and I was surprised when I tasted them. I'm not trying to flatter her, but she really made cakes that were as good as the ones at the store. And yet, you said it tasted awful and that you couldn't eat it. Is this part of your plan again to live with us? Why would we think that we want to live with you? Anna is acting all tough, but she looks like she's about to cry. Mom, apologize to her. Why do I have to apologize? It's true that my plan is to live with you guys. But even if I didn't have the plan, it was such a horrible cake. It's worth throwing away. Well, it was pretty on the outside, but it tasted terrible. How could I not throw it away? Besides, why are you talking big to me? What? You and your wife Anna are my slaves. Be prepared. You are destined to live with me, and your life with me will be so fun. What are you talking about? I don't want to live with you. What? Mom, was the cake that bad? It was awful. How could she let us eat that cake? She must be crazy if she can only bake a cake like that after practicing more than 5 times. She needs to move in with me so I can teach her a lesson. I'd be embarrassed if she serves that shitty cake to someone. That cake was from a famous pastry shop around here. Was it that bad? It's funny because the store is a highly rated pastry shop. Was it not to your taste? Well, let's see. No wonder it looked beautiful. I was surprised. I thought it was strange that Anna could make such a beautiful cake. Did you deceive me? How can you say that? You decided to tell Anna that the cake was bad from the beginning. You're out of your mind to go to such lengths just to live with us. We don't want to be at your beck and call. You said Anna practiced making cakes many times, and she didn't bake one today? She did. Everyone except you ate the cake Anna baked. Anna seemed to have tried her best to make it look like the cake from the store. So, you didn't notice, did you? Dad and Tony both seemed to enjoy the cake that Anna made. They were so happy to eat it. You were the only one eating the cake from the store, and you were so mad that it tasted bad. That's hilarious. I was laughing so hard inside. I was trying to hold it back. Ian, how can you make fun of your mother? I will never forgive you. You don't have to forgive me. Don't get carried away. It's a done deal that you guys move in with me. I'm sorry, but I've been transferred overseas. What? Overseas? Anna told me that you're going to be transferred, but... So you're going overseas? That's right. It was suddenly decided. I'll move the day after my last day of work this year, so I can get used to life over there before I start working. I'm going to start working at the new place next year. Why didn't you tell me such an important thing earlier? I was going to tell you today. It was a sudden decision. Oh no! My plan to move in with you... Well, you decided that on your own without asking us. Even if I were in the US, I don't intend to live with you. Then I'll at least live with Anna. Huh? What are you talking about? That's impossible. Why is it impossible? Anna must be lonely all by herself while you're gone. If we as a family were with her, she would feel safer. And I can teach her more about cooking and housework. I'll call Anna right away. See you later. Mom, wait a minute. I can see you're trying to force Anna to do the housework. I mean, I didn't say I'm going to move out on my own. Anna's going to live abroad with me. Mom, are you listening to me? Anna, I'm really sorry about earlier. I hope you can forgive me. The truth is, I really enjoyed the food you made. I didn't mean what I said. I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you, Tina. I was very shocked that you threw everything away. But if you feel bad, then it's okay. You forgive me? Thank you so much. So, I have something to tell you, Anna. Won't you move in with us? I never thought that Ian would be working overseas. I thought you would be lonely while he's away. That's why I think it would be better for you to live with us. Tina, I'm with Ian right now. I saw the texts you guys were sending to each other. Ian tried to explain to you about his transfer overseas, but you didn't read his texts until the end, did you? What? What do you mean? I'll just tell you that I'm going overseas with him. What? No way! You're both leaving? Yes. Please ask Ian for the rest of the story. I'll leave you now. Ian, I didn't hear that Anna's going with you. I texted you, but you just didn't read it, Mom. I called you right after that, but you didn't answer. So this is why Anna quit her job. You'll be back in a few years anyway, right? Then you don't have to take Anna with you. Well, it's not decided yet, but I originally have a lot of dealings with overseas in my job, so it's easier for me to do my job if I live over there. If I can achieve some results over there, I've been asked if I can continue to work there as the head of the base. What? Where overseas? If you become the head of the base, it will be very difficult to come back to the US. China. What? China? That's so far away. I haven't decided yet, but if the work there goes well, I'm willing to move there permanently. Anna understands my determination, so she quit her job and she's coming with me. You're kidding! Don't decide such an important thing without informing me. China is too far away and we would rarely see each other. I'll miss you too much. If I tell you, you would oppose my moving, right? Besides, I'm an adult now. Why can't you support me in my decision? Then what about our life? How can we live on such a small pension? We have Tony at home too. Aren't you worried about your brother? If that's the case, will you at least continue to send money to us as you have been doing? You say you'll miss me, but I know that's what you really want. I think I've spoiled you and Tony too much. What are you talking about? If I keep sending money, you and Tony will just keep depending on me. I'm doing this for both of you. I'll take this opportunity to stop sending money. No way! Do you want us to live in poverty? We can't support Tony with just a pension. We're in the red. Then why don't you get Tony to work? What? You don't have a heart. Tony is mentally ill, you know that. I know it's been hard for him. But do you know how long it's been since he quit his job? It's been more than 5 years. I don't think you really want things to stay the same, do you, Mom? Well, Mom, you're too busy worrying about Tony, but I think you have something important that's happening. What? What do you mean? Is Dad home? No, I don't think so. Oh, I wonder where he went. I just got a call from Dad apologizing for everything. I'm sorry you had to go through all of this because of Tina. You've even been sending us money and I was spoiled. That's what he said, and he apologized over and over again. And he said he's getting a divorce. What? Your father said that? No way! He couldn't tolerate your selfishness. He tried to warn you many times, but you wouldn't listen to him. You want to know what was the decisive factor for him? It was that you threw away the food Anna worked so hard on, saying it tasted bad. He said he didn't want to be with you anymore after seeing you throw away the cake without hesitation. But that cake was from the store, right? But you didn't know that. You thought it was a cake Anna made and threw it away saying it tasted bad. That's... Dad even cried and apologized to Anna. Now I see the divorce papers on the table. It's been hard for Dad too. I can understand. You've never listened to what Dad said, and you constantly harassed my wife. If I were in Dad's shoes, I would have left long ago. Now that he's gone, I know you're going to come crying to me soon anyway, so I'm going to stay out of touch with you for a while. What? Why are you saying that? We're family. I told you before. I've spoiled you and Tony too much. I think it's in your best interest that I do this. Goodbye. No, Ian! Don't abandon us! Mom resisted getting a divorce, but Dad told me that he finalized the divorce with the help of a lawyer. I think he had a hard time because Mom didn't listen to his opinion at all. I want him to live freely from now on. I know Mom will have a hard time with Tony, who is unemployed and a shut-in. I don't want her to depend on me forever, so she will just have to get through this with Tony. I hope that Tony will be able to return to society soon. I really appreciate Anna for believing in me and coming with me overseas. I am finally getting settled in my life here, and just the other day, we found out that Anna is pregnant. In order to make Anna and our unborn child happy, I will continue to do my best. Janet, where are you now? You're in a nightclub, right? Susan, what's going on? A nightclub? I've never been to such a place. What makes you think that? Because my daughter told me. Mary? What made her think so? Huh? You're saying my daughter is mistaken? My daughter just met and talked to Bob, and she heard it from him directly, so I'm sure. Huh? Mary met Bob? Where? At the local drugstore. She said he was holding his son and picking out diapers for him. She asked him, "Where's Janet?" He said, "Oh, she's into nightclubs. She leaves the kids with me every night and goes out." You are an unfit mother. You leave your baby boy to him alone? Going out every night. Nightclubs. Don't you feel bad for him? You have to be more responsible as a mother. Susan, you've got it all wrong. Did she really talk to him? Yes, she did. There's no way she would mistake him for someone else. I agree. Our child is sleeping beside me. Huh? That can't be true. If you want, I can send a picture as proof. Then send it. This is definitely a picture of my grandson. This will prove that I don't go out at night, right? You took it when you were home anyway. Oh, no. Because she says she saw him and my grandson today. There's no way my daughter would lie. I'm not lying either. Of course I trust my own daughter. I understand where you stand. I wasn't sure if you didn't like me, but I guess I was right. Don't get off track. It's not a matter of liking or disliking you right now. I just can't tolerate you going out every night. You are the mother of your baby. You lack awareness as a mother. Your husband supports your family. You're too brazen to go out with that money. What? I'm being supported? You quit your job right after you got married. He was sad that he didn't have enough money. Nowadays, there are many couples with children who both work. Weren't you having too much fun as a housewife long before your child was born? Did he say that I'm a housewife? That's right, you actually are. I work from home, so I am home, but I'm working. I did take some time off for maternity leave in the last few months, but I started working again a little while ago. If you're home, that means you're not working. Don't call my son a liar. Maybe you can't believe anything I say. I have never had a night out. I have never even been to a nightclub. Besides, I'm with my child now. If he was with a child, then that child isn't mine. Ha! Stop talking as if he's cheating on you. He has been coming home late lately. Today, too, he told me he would have to work late because he wouldn't finish his work on time. He hasn't come home yet. If he was at the drugstore with a kid I don't know, I can't overlook that either. Huh. Anyway, I'll talk to him. Well then, excuse me. Janet, wait. Since Mary told me about it and I couldn't overlook it, I'm at that drugstore right now. What? If what you say is true, then he must be holding a child I don't know about, right? He might still be there, so I'll call you again. Okay, please do. Bob, what are you doing now? What do you mean? Of course I'm at work. I told you I'd be going to work overtime. I'll be done soon, so I should be home just before midnight. Yes, you told me. But I also got a call from Susan. She said Mary saw you with a kid and talked to you. What? Why are you so surprised? Did you talk to your sister after all? No, we didn't talk. I don't know why she said that. I was just surprised. So you're saying that your sister's lying? Yeah, why would she lie like that? Then I'll call your sister. I checked with you. You were just working overtime. You said she lied about everything, and that I go to nightclubs all the time. If she made that up, I can't forgive her. You knew that too? What? What did you say? Janet, I'm sorry. I lied about working late. I did see my sister. I didn't want to worry her, so I lied about working late. I'm really sorry. But she has never seen our child. You made it look like it was our child. Who is this child you're with? Isn't it your child? No, it's not. A colleague asked me to go shopping with her after work. We went to the drugstore and the supermarket. In return, she treated me to dinner at her house. She has a husband, and I swear I did nothing wrong. Of course, the child I was with was the child of her and her husband. Are you sure? It's true. Stop being suspicious. Taking care of my colleagues is one of my jobs, you know. I don't think it's your job to take care of her personal life. In our company, we like to help each other out. You don't work here. You wouldn't understand. So you're not cheating on me? Oh, I'm not cheating on you. That's what I've been saying all along. You're persistent. Can you swear you're not lying? I'm gonna get mad if you don't shut up. How dare you say that? Susan is in your neighborhood right now. She sent me a picture of you holding hands with some girl from work. What? My mother? At first, she believed you. She thought I was hanging around in nightclubs, but she wanted to see the truth for herself. I was right about everything. She was sorry for being suspicious of me. She apologized and said she wanted to make up for this. But you? I'm going to be mad? Give me a break. You can't just... In your company, we like to help each other out. Helping each other means you hold hands with other employees when having families? I'll ask the company. Please, don't do that. I'm going to lose my reputation in the company, aren't I? If your husband's reputation is ruined, you'd be in trouble too. If my salary goes down, our standard of living goes down too. You are such a jerk. Huh? What are you talking about? You can't live on your own. Are you crazy? I work from home. What? I didn't know that. I told you exactly what I'm doing. Ever since I decided to have a baby, I studied and became a certified financial planner. I wanted a career, and I heard you could work from home. A financial planner? You? Don't you know how hard I was studying? Didn't I also tell you that I was thinking about getting the qualification? Well, I think you said something about that. And I told you I was going to work from home. You said, yeah. You're just trying to make a little extra money, right? Well, that's fine, but make sure you do house chores. And then you ended the conversation and went away. You didn't let me finish. I thought from that moment on that you might be cheating on me. I was considering divorce. I didn't have to hire a professional to find out about your affair. I should rather thank your sister and Susan. It wasn't supposed to be like this. By the way, I'm making more money than you right now. Huh? That's a lie. I even put more money into our bank account than you do. Didn't you notice? And who is that girl? If you won't talk, I'll call the company and see what's going on. Don't do that. I'm sorry. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Please don't do that. It's true that she's my colleague, but I lied about her being married. I've been seeing her for about 2 years, but I didn't know until recently that she had our child. This is true, believe me. Huh? Who's going to believe anything you say? It's true. She said if she told me that she was pregnant with my kid, I'd ask her to abort it. After she had the baby, she just recently asked me to recognize it because it's mine. I didn't know what to do. I was just seeing her after work, but believe me, I love you. I won't see her again. Please don't give up on me. You're such a jerk. What? Then what would you do with the child? Are you saying it's okay to abandon that child? I'll pay her child support. I'll pay it out of my salary. Then you won't be in trouble. You work as a financial planner. We can manage. Give me a break. You're relying on my income. You're getting me in trouble. If you really care about me and our child, you should have told me about the affair when you found out about the kid, right? Well... You thought you could hide it from me for the rest of your life? No, right? I can't trust a liar like you. I'm getting a divorce. Oh no. Straight to divorce? That's terrible. Just give me a chance. Huh? Who is terrible? You've been betraying me for 2 years. I was pregnant 2 years ago. While I was dealing with morning sickness to have a baby with you, you were having fun with a girl from your company? That's absolutely unforgivable. Oh no. I'm leaving. Of course I'll take our kid with me. Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do, left alone in this big house? Who cares? I'm so glad we took out a loan just in your name. Go ahead and marry her. I'll ask my lawyer to take care of the rest. Don't contact me again. Bye. Janet, wait a minute. I can't live without you. Janet, please call me or text me. Don't ignore me. We'll never ever divorce. Susan, I'm sorry for calling you at this time of night. Thank you so much for sending me the pictures earlier. He was having an affair with that woman. And the baby he was with was their child. That is the truth. He is such a jerk. I don't know how to apologize to you. No, it's not something that you have to apologize. Besides, I've known about this affair for a long time. What? Is that so? Yes. He said he was working overtime and coming home late frequently. And he didn't seem to be interested in what I was saying. Just like when my ex-husband cheated on me. Huh? He cheated on me just like Bob cheated on you. In my case, he left me and my son. I see. So I didn't want him to be sad. I tried my best raising him, but maybe I spoiled him too much. As a result, he did the same thing as my ex whom I hate more than anyone else. I can't believe it. I am divorcing him. Yes, it's my son's fault, of course. I'm sure you won't be happy to hear this, but I'm grateful to you. What? You believed me and caught him having an affair. I have made up my mind to live with my child alone. I'll cut ties with Bob too. What? He knows his father was unfaithful and betrayed me, and that I've always hated him for that. To do the same thing as his father, that's such a betrayal. I will never forgive him. I will disown him, so please, will you let me see my grandchild once in a while? I understand. She likes you. I'd like you to see her too. I've always wanted to be closer to you. Meet her any time, not just once in a while. Janet, I said something awful to you. Thank you so much. From now on, I'll be a good grandma, and I want to get along with you too. I'll even help you with your divorce. Thank you so much. Janet, they sent me a content-certified letter, but I said I would never divorce you. I'm going to throw this stuff away. I told you not to contact me anymore, didn't I? And it's no use throwing it away. I'll have my lawyer send it to you again. From a very good lawyer whom your mother also hired. What? Your father cheated on her, and he left you and your mom, didn't he? Yes, of course I know that. I was already in high school then. I'll never forgive that guy for betraying my mom and me. I had no idea you were this stupid. I'm right about divorcing you. Huh? What do you mean by stupid? You're doing the same thing as your father that you say you'll never forgive. I admit I cheated on you, but I'm saying I want to get back together. I'm not like him. When you cheat on your wife, you're just as bad as him, especially to your mom. From the looks of it, you don't even realize that she's trying to break off with you. Huh? You must be kidding. If you think I'm kidding, why don't you try contacting her? I don't think you'll get through to her, though. You're right. I tried to contact her a while ago, but I couldn't get a hold of her. I thought her cell phone was turned off. If that's the case, I'm going to go see her. We're family. It's not easy to cut ties. She said she doesn't want to see you anymore. There's no way you can even talk to my mom about this kind of stuff. Actually, we've become so close because of this. Huh? I'm very grateful to her for believing me and helping me this time. Yes, she was cold to me at times, but she really cared about her grandchild, and she wants to continue to see her grandchild. and she wants to stay close to me from now on too. I'm so happy because I always wanted to be close to her. You know my parents live far away, right? So I rarely get to see them. I thought it would be nice if we could get along. The 3 generations of grandchildren, parents, and grandparents. So we decided to live close to each other. Huh? You and my mother? Yes. Your sister is going away for her husband's job transfer, right? So I thought it would be good to live close to her. Even though I'm working from home, I'm pretty busy at my job right now. She said she would take care of her grandchild during the day, which would be really nice. So even if you go to her house, she won't be there. If you keep complaining about the divorce, I'll charge you extra alimony and child support. Oh no, my company knows about my affair. I can't walk with my head held high. They're whispering about it at work, and I could get demoted and transferred. And you are charging extra? Give me some slack. Then you'd better just accept the divorce. The fact that you cheated on me is 100% your fault. Please atone for your sins. Susan is taking care of her grandkid for you. Forget about us and remarry or do whatever you want with the person you cheated on with. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye. Janet, wait. Janet! Thanks to the lawyer who knew Susan, I was able to get a divorce and get the alimony and child support I wanted. She loves her grandchild and is really good to me. That helps me concentrate on my work. I am glad that I decided to live close by. I will treat her the same way I would treat my own mother. As for Bob, he felt uncomfortable working at his company. He resigned voluntarily. He got married to the woman whom he had an affair with. He is unemployed and has to pay child support, so his new wife is cold to him, and she says he is worthless. A mutual acquaintance of ours who happened to meet my ex-husband told me that he has aged and looked like a different person. Karen, I'm done for the day. I'm going home now. Wow, you finished earlier than usual. Something happened? There's something I want to talk to you about. I'll tell you when I get home. Well, now you made me curious. You have to tell me now. Actually, I'm quitting my job. What? Why? What happened? Well, I'm sure I told you this before, but for the past few years, the company hasn't been doing very well. They're laying off people left and right, and I think my head's on the chopping block. Oh, well, that must be tough. I never thought I'd be laid off at such a young age. I thought I was doing everything I could to contribute to the company. But I just guess they don't need me. I kind of feel worthless. Don't worry about it. Come on. It's not your fault. It's just a company situation. Thanks, but we really haven't been married that long. I'm really sorry that things turned out like this. Oh, don't be sorry. I think you're doing more than enough. I see you're always working hard. Thank you, Karen. It really helps me when you say that. We promise that no matter what happens, we'll get through it together. So don't worry. I'll help you in any way I can. We will figure out what to do about the bills and that stuff together. Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about it when I get home. Well, be careful and just come home. Karen, is this a good time? Ah, Kevin, what's wrong? No, nothing in particular. I just thought I'd see if you've arrived at your parents' house yet. Oh, I see. I just got here. I mean, you're contacting your estranged wife so soon. Oh, yeah, well, the moment you were away from me, I was wondering what you were doing. No, that's okay. It's not like we're divorced. We're having the ceremony next month, right? That's right. I'm really sorry we're having the ceremony at a time like this. Don't worry about it. You got laid off due to company downsizing. You didn't want me to get caught up in it, so we're living apart. Right. Thank goodness your parents are still working. I thought it would be better for you not to be under any financial stress. I'll do my best to find a job as soon as possible. If I can, I'd like to get a job at a company that pays more than the last place. But maybe I'm setting my hopes too high, considering the situation. I think you'll be fine, Kevin. Take your time and do your best. Thanks. Just wait a little longer, okay? I'll be waiting for you. Kevin, good news. What? What? You might be surprised. Are you sitting down? What? I'm pregnant. Huh? I'm in my 8th week. Wow, really? Actually, I had been feeling a little under the weather for a while. So I went to the hospital and they said, "You are pregnant." Oh, wow. Surprised, right? We had been talking about having kids for a while. We weren't trying to have a baby. It's still nice to have a baby, isn't it? Well, we didn't expect it to come so soon. I don't know. I don't know if I feel it or not, but I'm still happy. So I'm finally a father. Yeah. I guess I'll have a nice surprise to report at the wedding tomorrow, huh? You sure will. I'm sure everyone will be surprised, but I'm sure they'll be happy. All right, I've got to get a job as soon as possible. By the way, Kevin, you said you had a final interview with a company, right? Yeah, they want someone with my qualifications who can make an immediate impact. There's no problem with my abilities, so they'll make a decision after interviewing me. I see. By the way, what company is it? A planning company. I see. Good luck. Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm about to become a father. I'm gonna make sure they give me the job. I'll be waiting for your good news. Yeah, you take care of yourself. Yeah, I will. Thanks. Sorry, Karen. The interview didn't go very well. What? You didn't get it? Why? Kevin, you said you were confident. I was confident, but to be honest, I don't know what went wrong. I felt I had a good response at the interview, and I was sure I could do it. That's why I was so surprised when I got the rejection letter. But you know, there must be a reason, right? Maybe you weren't prepared enough? No, I was prepared. I did my research on the company. I thought I did a good job of presenting myself. I did my best in my own way, but... But results are everything. I'm really sorry. Well, what can you do? I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I'll just have to try again next time. Hey, Kevin, are you sure you're okay? What? You seem to be taking it pretty lightly. You're not single, you know. Don't forget your wife is pregnant. I know that. If you stay unemployed forever, I'll be out on the street too. I need you to get a job. I'm sorry. I understand your concern, but I will definitely get a job. I'll do my best for you and my baby. I'm glad you said that, but you can't just say it. Yeah, I know. But can you give me a little more time? My next interview is coming up soon, and I promise I'll make it. Next interview? Where are you going to take it? Tell me the name of the company. It's C Corporation. Okay, C Corporation. You know this company? No, I don't. Anyway, make sure you get the job this time. I will, trust me. Okay, good luck. Karen, I'm so sorry. No, Kevin. Did you fail the interview again? Yeah, C Corporation didn't work out either. I was sure I'd be okay this time, but I got rejected in the last interview again. Oh, that's the second company. It's only the second company, but I just don't get it. This time too, I came very close. I just don't understand why they rejected me. That being said, what didn't work out didn't work out. You just have to give up. That's being pretty blunt. Well, there's still a chance. There are plenty of companies looking for mid-career hires. I'll start from scratch. Kevin, you're going to be a father. I know that. It's not a position where you can just brush it off and say there's always a next time. I'm not brushing it off. I'm really trying to. If you're trying so hard, show me results. Don't disappoint me anymore. Yeah, I know. I'll get the job this time. Do you know where you're going to apply next? Not yet. Well, let me know as soon as you decide. What? Why? Can't you just wait until I know the results? I at least want to know which company my husband is applying to. Okay. I'll be rooting for you. Thank you. I'll be in touch. Kevin, I can't take it anymore. What's wrong, Karen? What do you mean, what's wrong? You haven't kept your promise. You haven't found a job yet, have you? Oh, about that. Sorry. I always feel like I'm getting a good response in the beginning, but for some reason, I never get the job. I think you're mistaken about the response itself, aren't you? You always say, next time, next time, next time, but you always get rejected. Well, if you put it that way. You know what? It's been 2 months since the wedding, and I really didn't want to say this, but if you can't find a job, I want a divorce. What? Divorce? Yes. Isn't divorce going overboard? I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've come to the conclusion that divorce is the way to go. We are already separated. All we have to do is get the paperwork done. No, wait. We're about to have a baby. If you get divorced, what's going to happen to you and the baby? You can't even go to work right after the baby's born. As long as I can get child support, that's all that matters. My parents are self-employed, so after the baby is born, I can work to help out in the family business and have no problems making ends meet. Well, it looks as though you've thought about this a lot. But for me, it's a bit sudden, and honestly, I'm a bit confused. I don't think this would have happened if you had found a job right away. That's, In exchange, I won't ask for alimony. Just make sure you take care of the division of property and child support. That's all I ask. Karen. It's my way of saying thank you for your unemployment. Please, just go ahead and give me the divorce. Anyway, can you give me some time? I need to sort out my feelings. Well, I don't blame you. But if at all possible, I'd like to settle things before the baby comes. That's what I want. All right, I'll let you know. I'll be in touch. I'm sorry to bother you at work, Tucker, baby. I have something I really want to let you know. Hey, is this a good time? I finally told him. Karen, what's wrong? What did you just say? You're being so weird. I want you to call me Karen Pie like you usually do. Karen Pie. Ooh. Now, where was I? You said you were about to divorce your wife, right? So I took the plunge and asked my husband for a divorce. So far, everything is going according to plan. So we're almost ready to be together, handsome. As planned. Just to be sure, let's go over it again to see what the plan was. What? Why? Because I think this is the moment of truth. You want to be prepared for anything, don't you? It would be a disaster if we both missed something. That's right. I love how you're so calm and collected at such an important time. Leave it to the sales manager of the bee advertising agency. Okay then. Can you tell me what the plan is again? If you get anything wrong, I'll tell you what it is. Okay. First of all, after separating from my husband who was laid off, I became pregnant with your child. But with things that way, I'd probably get divorced and lose any assets from the home, and might even get charged for emotional distress. You used the contacts you had cultivated in sales to spread bad news about my husband and prevent him from finding a new job. That's why I had to get the name of the company out of him every time. Then, after waiting a while, I became numb to my husband's inability to find a new job, so I asked him for a divorce. And I asked for child support for my unborn child. This is the flow of events up to now, isn't it? So, what are you going to do now? First, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the divorce finalized. If he gets a job before the divorce, it'll give him a reason to avoid the divorce. I see. But it's no good if he never finds a job. Now is when Tucker Baby can stop interfering with his job hunting. Once he gets a job, I'll ask for child support in one lump sum, even though I'm pregnant with your child. My husband is an idiot, so I'm going to get the child support out of him. He thinks the baby is his. How's that sound? It's a perfect plan. I guess so. So let's just keep on going with the plan. Okay, you got it, handsome. My mom and I are going shopping for baby stuff. See you later, Tucker Baby. Long time no see, Karen. Hey, Kevin. What? It's already been 3 weeks. Has it been that long? You said you wanted to sort out your feelings, so I waited for you. But you're really making me wait too long. I can understand why you don't want to break up with me. But what about the fact that you haven't heard from me for 3 weeks? I'm sorry about that. I had some stuff to do. What stuff to do? I found a job. What? Well, I've noticed that there's something that's been holding me back from finding a job. What? Oh, yeah, that's tough. I talked to a friend from college about it. He said he's starting a business and I should join in. He said he's going to take me in as an executive. Treated like an executive? So now, I'm earning twice as much as before. That's great. If that's the case, I'm okay with not getting the divorce. We're not getting a divorce? That's right. The main question was whether or not you could support me and the baby. Well, that's settled now. And you're making more money than before. That's a good thing, isn't it? Well, I guess that's what it means. So, if that's the case, forget about the divorce and the child support. I think I'll go back there next week. You're coming back? Yes, handsome. After our baby is born, we won't have any time for just the two of us for a while. Let's spend some time together for the first time in a while. I guess so. Then I'm gonna file for compensation against you and Mr. Williams. What? Who? Director Williams. You and Director Williams were having an affair, weren't you? His name is Tucker, so you call him Tucker Baby. Oh my God. I couldn't believe you were having an affair with my ex-boss. Oh, why do you know about that? It's been 3 weeks since then, and you still haven't noticed. That's amazing in a way. Kevin? What have you been talking about all this time? The message before today. Go back to this talk history. Karen, did you check the history? You thought I was Tucker, the boss, and sent me that stupid text, didn't you? Oh, come on. You didn't even read it. It's already been 30 minutes. It's about time you finished reading the whole thing. Come on, answer me. It's no use just sitting on your hands. And there's no point in trying to contact Director Williams. After all, he's probably battling it out with his wife right now. No way. Well, it looks like they're not getting divorced. Huh? Director Williams is an adopted son-in-law. It seems she's punishing him by not divorcing him and letting him go. Wait, this is all happening too fast. I know it may seem that way to you, but for me, is the result of my thorough preparation over the past 3 weeks. By the way, I had visited the director's house a few times, so I was already acquainted with his wife. I think that made everything easier.
Oh no. Kevin?
The divorce is final.
What?
It seems like you were blinded by my future income and were about to change your mind. If I hadn't noticed, you were going to keep pretending the boss's kid was mine. I can't believe I was going to spend the rest of my life with a woman like that. It's not even funny.
Please, give me some time to explain. I'm coming home. Please, give me a chance. I don't want to have to raise the baby on my own.
What chance? You want me to raise the baby? You want me to pay child support?
What?
The baby you're carrying has nothing to do with me. So what are you talking about chances?
But you know what? The child was conceived during our marriage, so technically, it's your child.
I've already prepared a suit against you for denial of legitimacy complaint.
What? What's that?
Of course, if it turns out to be my child, I'll pay child support. But since then, I've been doing some research. I can prove that I was away for a week on business when you got pregnant.
Huh?
Now, if you do a DNA test on the baby, it'll be conclusive.
DNA test?
Oh yeah, I've already moved out.
What?
I canceled the lease on my old place because it was up for renewal. I sent your stuff out today. It will be delivered to your parents' house tomorrow.
Hey, what are you doing?
What do you mean? The woman who betrayed me by doing all kinds of selfish things?
Hey, you know what?
From now on, you'll have to communicate with my lawyer.
Lawyer?
No matter how you feel now, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. See you later.
Wait a minute, Kevin. Kevin, I need to talk to you. Please pick up the phone.
I have nothing to say to you. I told you if you need me, you'll have to go through a lawyer.
Please, I need you to try again.
Huh?
I got a bunch of stuff at my parents' house today, and they found out about the affair. They also found out that the baby is your ex-boss's, and I'm about to be kicked out of my parents' house.
Wow, that's tough.
Don't talk to me like it's someone else's problem. If I get kicked out of my parents' house now, I will have nowhere to go. You canceled the lease on the old apartment, so tell me where you moved to.
Not a chance.
Don't be so cold. Are you abandoning your wife and kid?
Karen, you're not my wife anymore. And the child in your belly is not my child either.
Oh no. Let's start over again. You were happy when we were together.
You're the one who betrayed that happiness.
I'm sorry I cheated on you.
I have no intention of forgiving you.
You're the only person I can count on.
You have Tucker, the man you love.
I broke up with him. He asked me not to contact him anymore. My parents are fed up with me. I'm really all alone.
You brought this on yourself. It has nothing to do with me.
Kevin, I'm really sorry. Can we start over again?
Impossible.
Kevin!
Goodbye.
Wait! Please don't abandon me!
After that, Karen kept asking me to get back together with her, but of course I refused. I had a lawyer intervene and we were able to divorce without incident. If it had not been for that misdirected text, I would have been forced to raise someone else's child. I am deeply relieved that my ex-wife is an idiot. I've not been in touch with Karen since the divorce. Rumor has it that after she was kicked out of her parents' house, she moved in with a distant relative. And I heard that she gave birth safely. Because she had borrowed money when she paid compensation to me and the director's wife, She is now working in a nightclub to pay off her debts while being taken care of by a relative. I had a disastrous experience of being cheated on by my wife shortly after we got married. But thanks to my friend, I've been able to get a good job. I'm going to move on and live a new life.
Janet, long time no see. How are you doing?
Susan, you finally contacted me. What are you doing? What are you thinking?
Janet, why are you so irritated?
Yesterday was Dad's funeral. You didn't even come to the wake. You are so disrespectful to him. I tried to call you over and over again. You didn't return my calls and my messages went unread. What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? I've been making out with my boyfriend.
What? Don't be silly.
But it's the truth. You kept calling me, I got annoyed and turned off the phone.
Of course I did. What kind of daughter doesn't come to her father's funeral?
Because I'm not related to Dad by blood. You are just like me. You are not related to him. You don't have to be so angry about it.
Have you forgotten how much you owe him for raising you? He treated you like a real child even though you are not related to him. You've been arrested by the police many times, especially when you were a student. He went to pick you up every time and apologized to them, but you would tell him, "You're annoying, you're not related to me, so don't act like you're my father." And I would see the sad look on his face. It was really hard for me.
Because it was really annoying. I didn't want him to worry about me, but he would tell me not to go out at night too often. He also set a curfew, telling me to be home by midnight and not to waste money. He was so strict. I was thinking, give me a break.
No. I think that's rather generous for a high schooler. My father was strict about manners and etiquette. But thanks to that, I have decent manners. I am grateful to him.
There you go again, acting like a good girl. Give me a break. I didn't want to live with you guys. I left home as soon as I graduated from high school. That's why I don't have many memories with him.
You say things like that, but every time you ran out of money, you came back to my parents' house and you begged Mom and Dad for money. You never show up for holidays. You're so selfish.
Dad is dead. It's no use saying that now, don't you think?
Then why did you call me after all this time? You ignored my calls yesterday and the day before.
Yes, I contacted you because I needed you. You keep going off on tangents, I'm getting sidetracked.
What do you want?
I wanted to talk about Dad's inheritance.
What? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Dad was an executive at a very big company, right? When he retired about 5 years ago, I'm sure he got a substantial severance package. He must have had quite a bit of savings and stuff. Hey, how much money did he have?
None of your business.
I'm his daughter. You should tell me.
You said earlier that you are not his daughter because you're not related by blood. Don't you think that's too selfish?
Just tell me.
Dad made a lot of money in investments. He had 6 million.
6 million? Wow. If we split it between Mom, you and I, that means we'll each get 2 million. I'll be a millionaire all at once. Thank you, Dad. I love you so much.
You said earlier that he was annoying and that you didn't want to live with him. What's with the change? And you're not entitled to his inheritance.
You don't need to lie about that. I know you're pissed at me, but you shouldn't lie to me like that.
I'm not lying.
What should I spend 2 million on? I want to go on an overseas trip and I want to eat lots of delicious food. But there should be more to spend. What should I do? I'll talk it over with my boyfriend. Janet, I won't forgive you if you use my inheritance without my permission.
Huh? Why would I? You can only inherit...
Are you done? Because I want to talk to my boyfriend about this right away. I don't have time for you anymore. Bye-bye.
Hey, I'm not done talking to you.
Hey, Janet. It's the money you mentioned. I need it now, so I want you to wire it to me.
Susan, what money?
Oh no, don't play dumb. You know what I mean. Of course, it's Dad's inheritance. 2 million. You already got it, didn't you? I won't let you take it for yourself and not give it to me. I mean, I've already spent it, so I need it now. I need it by the end of the week.
Huh? Spent? Don't tell me you spent $2 million.
I did spend it.
Are you serious?
I mean, doesn't it sound petty to spend such a large sum of money cheaply? That's why I took the plunge and built a $2 million mansion. It's really thanks to Dad. If it wasn't for his inheritance, I would never be able to live in such a huge mansion. The house will be finished soon, and I need to get the money by the end of this week. So, can you transfer the money tomorrow?
Of course I can't do that.
Why? I told you I'm in a hurry. Can you do it the day after tomorrow?
I can never do it.
Janet, what are you talking about? Hurry up and give me the money.
What? What are you talking about? That's my line. We don't have inheritance rights, okay?
What? That can't be true.
Hey,
you're not going to tell me that you and Mom split it in half? That is absolutely unforgivable.
That's not what I mean. Neither you nor I have any inheritance rights.
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
We are family, but we are not related by blood, right? You understand that, don't you?
I do, but...
He was married to another woman before he married our mother, and that he had 2 children from his previous marriage.
I know that, but so what?
The 2 children with his ex-wife have inheritance rights, but his second wife's children do not have inheritance rights.
What? That's a lie, and I've never heard of such a thing before. Why didn't you tell me?
I tried to tell you the other day, but you interrupted me, and then you didn't answer my call. You always just say what you want to say. Once you get what you want, you just ignore us. That's why this is happening. Don't blame me for this, okay?
Because it never occurred to me that I wouldn't get his inheritance. I'm his daughter. That's terrible.
You know, you weren't nice to Dad. You didn't even attend the wake and funeral. How can you call yourself his daughter? Don't you feel ashamed?
Not at all. I know you wanted his inheritance.
Don't compare me with you. Dad wanted to share his fortune with me, but I declined.
See? You can still get inheritance even if you're not related by blood. You aren't making any sense.
It's not that. He said he'd write a will because he wanted to leave me a fortune too. I guess he knew he wouldn't live very long. But I didn't want his inheritance, and more importantly, I thought that by writing a will, he would pass away too soon.
Then it's your fault that I won't get his inheritance, because you said you didn't want it.
Don't get me wrong, I'm the only one he wanted to leave his fortune behind. Your name didn't even come up for a second.
That's absurd. Then I can't pay for the mansion. I was going to live in this mansion with my current boyfriend, and then he was going to propose to me. What are you going to do about this?
Who cares? You were crazy to buy a $2 million house without checking it properly. Yelling at me will get you nowhere. Either you give up the house or you and your boyfriend can work together to find the money.
Janet, it's $2 million. How are you going to get that kind of money?
Don't blame me. Oh, right, I'm so smart. What? You just came up with another stupid idea, didn't you?
I'm going to ask my mom to pay for it. Because mom got his inheritance, right? Why didn't I realize that earlier?
$10,000 may be okay, but $2 million will never cut it. No, not even $10,000. Mom is furious with you.
What? Why?
Of course she is. She called you so many times, but you didn't come to the wake or the funeral. She said this is unforgivable after him taking good care of you. She's not even my daughter. She said she didn't even want to see you.
What? She said that?
Yes.
Then I'll go see mom and talk to her. I'm her daughter after all. If she sees me, she'll want to help me.
Susan, do you know where she is?
Where? Isn't she at their house?
She sold it, so she moved out. She bought a new condo with Dad's inheritance.
You're kidding! I didn't hear anything about that.
Mom said I didn't have to tell you.
I can't believe it. Selling the house without telling your own daughter?
If you ask me, I can't believe you didn't show up at his wake and funeral. I felt sorry for you that you didn't know anything about it. I at least told you that she sold the house. But I'm not going to tell you where she is. I won't tell you where your mother is, no matter how many times you ask.
Huh? Why?
Because that's what she wants. She was really devastated when Dad passed away. It's hard for her to continue living in the house where she lived with him. She also doesn't want to be in touch with you because you were disrespectful to him. So she decided to take the plunge and start a new life on her own. I'm proud of her. I'm going to help her in any way I can.
Then help me too, Janet. We are related by blood.
Help? I can't afford to pay $2 million. You need to talk to your boyfriend first.
I can't do that.
What? What do you mean you can't? You are going to marry him, right? Then you have to work it out together, don't you?
But he is a college student.
Huh? A college student? Then he doesn't have much money, does he? Are you going to marry a college student? You've been working part-time jobs all your life. You don't earn that much money, do you? How are you going to make ends meet?
I met him at my part-time job. He is so good looking. I wanted to live every day looking at him.
You're already in your mid-30s. How are you going to live by picking a partner based on his looks? Think a little further ahead.
I am thinking about it. He says he loves me, and if we live in a $2 million mansion, I thought for sure he would marry me. Because I was planning to get the mansion, I thought he would get a job at a big company and support me.
I'm so stunned. What's with that idea? I wouldn't call that your thinking. Anyway, me and Mom can't help you with the mansion you're trying to buy. You're on your own. You have brought it on yourself. Bye.
Hey, Janet, are you giving up on me? Aren't you too cold? Hey, don't ignore me. Help, please. What are you going to do about this? It's your fault.
What? I'm tired.
Because of you, the house and our marriage are off.
Why is it my fault?
I asked you for help and you ignored me. That's why I couldn't pay the bills. I had to give up the mansion without ever living in it. I managed to get a buyer, but I couldn't sell it for $2 million. It only sold for $1.7 million, leaving me $300,000 in debt. How am I supposed to live from now on?
How am I supposed to know that? Even if I had tried to help you, I don't think it would have changed the outcome. There's no way I can get that much money.
I just couldn't help myself anymore. I told him the truth, as you told me to. He said, please don't put me in debt.
He dumped me right away, saying he wasn't that serious about me. That means he didn't love you, right? I mean, he's a college student, right? He's more than 10 years younger than you, right? He's at an age where he still wants to have fun, and he has his whole life ahead of him. Of course, he'd run away from a girlfriend who owes $300,000.
Janet, I was going to live in the mansion and I've already cancelled my lease. I have nowhere to go. You live alone and you don't have a boyfriend. I can stay at your place, right? You do indeed feel sorry for your sister who is in $300,000 debt, don't you?
I do feel sorry for you.
Then help me out.
Sorry, I'm getting married.
What?
I haven't seen you in a while, so we haven't had a chance to talk. I was dating him for about 3 years. He proposed to me and we're getting married.
What? You should introduce me to your fiancé. I'm your sister. You'll invite me to your wedding, right?
I won't invite you.
Huh? Why not?
Because I want my mom to come. She doesn't want to see you, so if I invite you, she'd be unhappy.
Oh no.
And I've also decided to cut you off.
Huh? You're kidding.
You don't care about your family. You didn't even attend your father's funeral. I can't forgive you either. If you don't consider your family a family, why don't you just live alone for the rest of your life?
I didn't mean it that way. From now on, I'll value my family. I'll value you too. So please, don't give up on me.
I know you're just saying that to help you out of debt. I know what you're thinking.
That's not what I mean.
Even if you didn't mean it, it's the only way I can see it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm blocking you. Take care. Bye.
Are you serious? I have no one to rely on but you. Please don't block me. Janet!
She realized that my mother and I had given up on her. Now she started to beg money from our relatives. However, I had anticipated this, and I told all the relatives about what she wants ahead of time. So no one helped her. I heard through a rumor that she could not rely on anyone, moved to a shabby apartment, and worked multiple jobs every day, without a break, trying to pay off her debts. If she had done that from the beginning, I might have still talked to her, but it's too late now. In a few years, if she is still serious about her life, I'm thinking of seeing her someday. I am relieved that I was able to have my wedding without any problems. I was blessed by my mother, relatives, and my friends. I am really happy. I hope that he and I will always be a good couple, like my parents, who I love so much.
Janet, long time no see. Actually, I have something to tell you. Is this a good time? Hi, it's been a while, Susan. What do you mean? Something happened? Well, actually, I'm dating Bob. Bob, could he be my older brother? Yes, he is. Really? Surprised, right? I had to tell my best friend first. I was a little surprised, but I'm glad. Both my brother and Susan are very important to me, so I'm very happy that you two are going out. I'm glad to hear you say that. Actually, Bob and I are thinking about getting married. Wow, that's great. Congratulations. Well, it hasn't been decided yet. If things continue as they are, I'm sure we'll end up getting married. I see. We were just friends, but now we're going to be a family. That's great. Family? Yeah, well, yeah. I can't wait to see what the future holds. You guys make a great couple. Thank you, Janet. We'll be seeing each other more often from now on. Yeah, well... By the way, since you are wheelchair-bound, it must be hard for you to get a boyfriend. I'm sorry I got carried away. Thanks for worrying about me, but I can go out now. and I have people who support me, so I'll be fine. I'm going to do my best to have a happy marriage someday. You are helping me a lot too, and I really appreciate it. Thanks. I'm glad to hear that. I hope we can stay as good friends. Of course. Let's continue to be good friends. See you later. See you later, Susan. I wish you all the best. Susan, I heard you and my brother decided to get married. Yeah, you heard it from him? Yes, I did. He looked so happy. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you. I know you and my brother have been dating for the past 6 months, but I thought engagement and marriage were a little further along. I heard you're planning to have your wedding in 3 months. Uh-huh. I guess we are in a fairly rushed marriage. But we're classmates, and we've been going back and forth to each other's houses since we were kids. My brother and I are 8 years apart, but we saw each other a lot, so it's not at all surprising. Well, he was always praising you. He said he's very grateful to you for supporting me with my crippled leg. I'm so happy. Finally, you and I are going to be family. Shut up! What? Can you stop calling us family? It's gross. Hey, what's going on? Susan, did I say something to offend you? Ugh! That's enough! It's a pain in the ass. So much for playing nice with each other. Susan, well, we used to be really good childhood friends. But since you started living in a wheelchair 3 years ago, it's been a pain in the ass. What? Just because we live close to each other and we went to the same school, I had to take care of you. And my parents? I don't know what it was, but they always told me to help you. Well, even so, after I fell in love with him, who grew up to be a handsome man, I was able to put up with that, but... Put up with me? That's right. In front of him, I acted the part of a kind friend. Huh. Is that? Now you know why I was your friend. I took care of you because he would like me. I thought that if I kept showing him how kind I was helping his sister, he would surely fall in love with me. That came true. So you are out of my life. What? You mean you used me to date my brother? That's one way of putting it. But don't tell him about this, okay? Because he loves me for being kind. Not only will he not believe you, but he'll say, "Don't say bad things about my fiancé." I'm sure he'll be furious with you. So that's how you feel about me. What else could I think of? To be honest, I was sick and tired of being with you. Do you have any idea how much time I wasted on you? I don't think it's a big deal to use you to make him fall for me. That's enough. I get it. I can get around without your help now. Huh? Thankfully, I've got a job and I'm making a good living. I have to think ahead when I go out, but I'm used to that. Besides, there are other people who can help me, so I don't need your help anymore. Thank you for everything.
Janet, can I have a word?
What's up?
We decided the venue for our wedding day. I'm so happy. I wanted to tell you first.
Oh, I see. Where did you decide on?
We're having our wedding in a restaurant. We just had a meeting with the staff there today. The atmosphere is great and the food looks really good. Susan really likes it too.
That's great, but is it wheelchair friendly?
Of course. The venue is barrier-free, so you can attend without worries.
Thank you for thinking about me.
Of course. I want my sister to celebrate my marriage.
Yeah, well...
Janet, is there something on your mind? You seem a little down.
Huh? No, it's nothing.
Really?
It's nothing, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to your wedding.
Thanks. Well, let me know if you need any help.
Thanks, I'm really okay.
I'm sure Susan is looking forward to having you there. You guys have been best friends since elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Janet, you're acting a little weird.
No, I'm fine. I'll be there for the wedding, I promise. Janet, just to make sure, you're not planning to come to the wedding tomorrow, are you? What? What do you mean? I'm invited. You need to read the room. You're not going to be there. What? What are you talking about? I can't miss my brother's wedding. All you have to do is just say you're not feeling well or something. Why can't I go? Because it would be embarrassing to show you in your wheelchair. If you insist on coming, don't use a wheelchair. I heard it's barrier-free. No wheelchairs allowed. I don't want people to know that one of my new family is in a wheelchair. We have several mutual friends. That's irrelevant. Don't you understand? I want people who don't know you not to know you. Bob is wonderful and I want to marry him. But you're hard on the eyes, so don't come to our wedding. I understand. Then I won't come. I'll stay home tomorrow. That's what I want you to do. Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to get out of your parents' house too. Why? Don't you know? I'm moving in with them after the wedding. And you're in the way. If I live with you, I'll have to take care of you again, just like before. I want you to get out of their house by the time the wedding is over tomorrow. Don't you ever show up again.
Janet, I need to check something. Can we talk on WhatsApp for a minute?
What's up? Why do you want to text me? We are in the same house.
Dad is in the living room, so I don't know if it's okay to ask you out loud. So I thought I'd just, you were texting with someone earlier with a difficult look on your face, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, well...
I'm sorry. I just caught a glimpse of it. You were talking to Susan, right? She said something like no wheelchairs at the wedding tomorrow, or that you should miss it, or... What was that?
Oh, you saw that much?
You looked so troubled, so I got curious.
I see. It's written all over my face.
Can you tell me more about what was said earlier?
But...
Don't worry about tomorrow being the wedding, or she's my fiancé. I just want the truth.
Okay, then I'll tell you. Actually, I think she was using me.
What did you say?
Since I became wheelchair-bound, she was devoted to supporting me. She said she was pretending to be a good friend of mine so that you would like her.
Seriously?
It's true. She told me. But now that you guys are engaged, she's done with me. She doesn't want people to know that one of her relatives is in a wheelchair. And she wants me to miss the wedding because I'm hard on the eyes.
I can't believe it. She would say such a thing.
I didn't want to believe that she felt that way either. I always thought that she and I were best friends.
Damn, I couldn't see who she really was.
It can't be helped. I didn't notice it either until she told me. She's a good actress. She hates me, but if you love her, I'm okay with you marrying her.
Janet.
Your being happy is the most important thing.
Thank you, Janet. I'm really sorry that I didn't notice the pain you were going through.
It's okay. It's my fault for not telling you.
I'm on your side.
Oh, could it be that...
You have nothing to worry about. Well then...
Hey, Janet? Can you come to the wedding venue right now? Susan, what's wrong? Just come now. Why? You were the one who asked me not to attend, right? I changed my mind. I can't go on foot. I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. Just come quickly. No, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on either. I've come to a restaurant where we were scheduled to have a wedding, and nobody was there. I'm the bride. I was the first one to arrive at the restaurant thinking it would take time dressing up. Not my dad, not my mom, uncles, aunts, cousins, and your family and relatives. No one is here. I mean, Bob isn't here either. And the restaurant is closed, so I can't even get in. What's going on? Anyway, just come. We're best friends, aren't we? Susan, what are you talking about? I told you to come to my wedding. No. I thought the wedding was canceled. Huh? What do you mean canceled? I didn't hear anything about that. My brother visited your parents last night. He told them about the situation, calling off the engagement and the wedding. The president of my brother's company made sure that none of the food in the restaurant went to waste. They're hosting a company dinner with that tonight. What? What are you talking about? It's true that he came to my house last night, but he told them that you, who are in a wheelchair, would not be attending. So when he left, he said with a serious face, "Well, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow." Susan, are you okay? What? You were listening to my brother last night with your parents, weren't you? Yes, of course. He noticed what I want. He went out of his way to tell them that you were going to be absent. What he went to talk about was indeed about my absence from the wedding. But he went to complain that you act like I'm just in the way and tried to force me out of the wedding. Huh? Complain? My brother said he's going to text you now so you can talk to him. Wait a minute! What the hell is going on?
I'm so stunned. I heard you went to the venue alone. You didn't listen to me at all, did you?
Bob?
How did you interpret what I said yesterday?
Well, what do you mean? You said that having a family member in a wheelchair is a hindrance to her future, so I won't invite her to the wedding.
That's what you said. I couldn't let that statement go, so I went to complain.
Huh?
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you heard what I said from there or not, but you started grinning and playing with your phone.
I figured you were done talking.
That was the important part. I was talking about breaking off the engagement.
Jeez!
Hey, Susan, Janet saved your life, didn't she? How can you say something like that to her who is now in a wheelchair because of that incident?
What? Who saved my life? What are you talking about?
Huh? Wait a minute. No way. You weren't even aware of that?
Huh? Huh?
This is a little...
Bob? What?
Anyway, let's talk again.
Oh my God! I had no idea! I didn't know you saved my life!
Well, it wasn't a big deal, but it is true that I got injured for you.
You fell down the stairs because you were protecting me?
You were so busy chatting that you didn't notice the stairs in front of you. You almost stepped off the staircase, but I hurriedly pulled your arm. I fell down the stairs as a reaction.
I thought you were fooling around, and you pulled my arm and you fell as a reaction. That's why my parents were so concerned about you and wanted me to take care of you.
I didn't want you to feel too bad, so I didn't bring it up. I had no idea that the person who was in the middle of all this had made such an assumption.
Well,
your parents didn't tell you anything?
Come to think of it, I think they were talking about how you were the reason I was able to move around freely. But I never thought that you were protecting me.
I'll take this opportunity to say this. You don't really listen to what people have to say. You tend to be selfish.
What? What do you mean?
You were also selfish when my brother broke off the engagement. He was very angry at that time. You interpreted it as, my sister in the wheelchair said that she would not attend the wedding.
Did I?
You don't see it yet. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Huh?
It depends on what you're going to do with yourself. But I can't believe that even after all this has happened, you are not sorry.
What am I supposed to do then? It's like there's no one on my side. No one at all.
I guess figuring out for yourself why this happened is one step you can take to grow. Anyway, until I feel okay, please get out of my sight.
Janet! Janet, I have a favor to ask. Please pick up the phone. What? I don't think we have anything to talk about. I got kicked out of my parents' house. Oh. My parents are really upset about what happened. They said they're cutting ties with me. I tried to go to my relatives' house, but they all kind of ignored me. I don't know where to go. I'm in an internet cafe right now. Well, you brought this on yourself. I quit my job because I was going to be a housewife after I married Bob. And my savings are about to run out. I'm really in trouble. So, what do you want me to do? Can you convince Bob? What? If you persuade him to get back together with me, I'm sure he will listen to you. I don't want to. Please, Janet, I want another chance. Even if I ask him, there's no way he'd budge. But I can't live alone. I don't care what happens to you. Oh no, we're best friends. Best friends? You used me. How dare you? It can't be helped. I really wanted Bob. Please, Janet, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for everything I've done. It's too late. I will continue to take care of you. I think I told you before, but I don't need your help anymore. But, let me be clear. It's hard on the eyes if you are around. Oh no! I'll block you now. Goodbye. Janet, wait! In the end, it seems that Susan ended up living with her uncle who lives far away. Her savings had run out, and she was about to become homeless, so she begged her uncle and his wife. They reluctantly let her in. Her engagement is off because she upset my brother, and I saved her life, which she never expected. I was told that she is quite emotionally unstable. She's now going to counseling from her uncle's house, and rumor has it that she has completely aged and changed her appearance. The Susan I knew was beautiful and sociable. Now, she seems to be a recluse, except when she goes for counseling. As for me, I guess it's thanks to my hard work and continued rehabilitation. I am now able to walk without a wheelchair with support. I can only thank my family for their encouragement and support. I will continue to do my best in rehabilitation with the goal of being able to walk by myself someday.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.